Hello everyone, my name is Danielle Munoz. This is my internship presentation video for BYU-Idaho. In this video, I will be going through each of the questions that are asked specifically in this assignment so that you can get a better understanding of what I learned in this internship and how it can benefit you. I did my internship at DDI Vantage, which is a nonprofit organization here in Salt Lake City, Utah. They have several different programs that they implement to help people in the community. First is an early intervention program where they help children in the home ages 0 to 3 who need a little extra help with development in different areas. They also have a early Head Start program, also ages 0 to 3, where they partner with different child care centers. They work with specific children in those centers to strengthen their development, and they also help the centers to have a better quality of care for the children that they work with. The last program that they run is an adult and youth services program. They do a wide variety of things for people, but the main one that stands out to me is that they help people with disabilities get and maintain steady employment. How did you find or arrange the internship? So I was in a really good place to find this internship because my brother-in-law is the assistant program coordinator at DDI Vantage. So when I told him I was looking for internships in the area, he said that he might be able to find a spot for me within DDI. He gave me the contact information of a person who would be my supervisor, and when I contacted her, we were able to set up all the details for me to come in and do an internship there. What were your responsibilities in the internship? So I had several different responsibilities. Mainly I was assigned to coordinate the monthly newsletter that they send out. I was in charge of finding new information of specific educational topics and resources to share with the community. So some of it was about addiction recovery, others personal hygiene, nutrition, a lot of ranging topics that I was able to talk about, even communication within the family, which was really interesting. I also was in charge of putting together a developmental activity for the parents to do with their children that focuses on a specific area of development each month. I was also able to go out with many of the different family advocates to interact with the families that are enrolled in the program. So for example, I would go out with a family advocate and meet with the parent or parent and child that are enrolled in the program and work through different paperwork that they need to sign up, or to see if they have any other concerns that we can help them with regarding their child. The other thing I did was go to the child care centers with the child care coordinators to evaluate the children and interact with the teachers to make sure they had everything they need. This was specifically really cool. I was able to do this mostly every week. And go to the centers where I would interact with the children, specifically watch them and how they are moving forward developmentally. We would take different notes on the different behaviors of the children. I thought this was really cool because they were really interactive with each child specifically and keeping track of how that child is doing so that they could track progress for future events. They also had me help create a new curriculum for a new parenting class that they were working on. This was a group effort between me and many of the other family advocates. It ended up being a 3-class program that they had where parents could come in and learn different parenting techniques to help with their children. How did you benefit the site you served at? I benefited them by taking on work for some of the family advocates so that they could focus on other important tasks. I was also able to add a different perspective to the interactions because of my studies. All the people had so many differing backgrounds, from childcare to social work. Not many of them had the family focus they have now before they started working here. So my education with marriage and family added a unique perspective. How did you benefit personally from the experience? I was able to learn so much from everyone that I interacted with. They were all so nice and just wanted to see me learn and succeed at everything that I was doing. They created so many different opportunities for me to be involved and learn from them. One specific one was involving me in going into a community meeting, which was called a TIP meeting, where all of the people in the community got together to discuss the resources that were available in that community and see how they could help each other. I thought this was really cool to see the community come together, and I was able to be involved in that. I was also involved in all the different staff meetings, so I was able to see a lot of the inner workings of the nonprofit organization. It was all definitely geared toward me learning the most that I could while I was there. Describe one important connection between your coursework and what you experienced during your internship. So with the newsletter I had to write each month, I was able to pull so much information from what I learned at BYU-I. It seemed like everything that they wanted me to talk about, I had spent time at BYU-I learning about that specific subject. This could range from addiction recovery, to being able to find a job and look for job resources, which was a huge focus at BYU-Idaho. I feel like every class that I went to made a focus on how we can find jobs once we've left BYU-Idaho. My favorite time was when I was able to incorporate Dr. John Gottman's work on communication in the home. I didn't realize how much I had learned while at BYU-I until I had to recall that information and use it in this experience. Would you recommend this site experience to other students? I would definitely recommend this internship to others. It's very much geared to help interns to learn the most they can in the time that they're there. The people are so nice and really have the best interest of the children and the families they work with in their core. If you want a place that incorporates the family focus, this is it. They really want to help the family as a whole and not just the individuals. They see a problem with the child and they know that it's not just the child acting out, there's something that is in the family unit that they need to work with as well to help fix the behavior, which I think is really awesome. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that this is a really small organization. It's not likely that this internship will turn into a full-time job. The only way it would is if someone by chance leaves while you're there. But because they are a nonprofit organization, they are required to have a certain amount of volunteer hours, which means they are always looking for interns and volunteers to come and work with them, work with their families, and work with the child care centers. So if yes, whom should students contact to arrange an internship at this site? So if you're interested in doing an internship at the site, I'm sure there are a few people you can contact. The person I had the most contact with was Jenny Moore. She was my supervisor at the site. I'm not sure if she's the only one to contact, but she would definitely get you to the right person if you do contact her. All you have to do is call DDI Vantage and ask for Jenny Moore. I've also put her contact information here on this slide, as well as her position in the company, the address of the site, the offices in Salt Lake City, and then it has the office number and her extension, so you can go directly to her. Thank you so much for watching my internship presentation video on DDI Vantage. I hope that it was helpful to you, and I really wish you luck in your own internship opportunities and experiences.